why do feminists get all bent out of shape about the word cunt, but nobody cares about the word dick? Like that's basically the same thing. You call somebody a cunt, you call somebody a dick. It's like equal opportunity right there.
Because you're a dick. That's the difference.
And we're live, by the way. I figured that was the perfect moment to go live.
What a dick. What a dick move.
Podcast. Number 47, this spooky podcast. Okay, that's enough of that.
All right.
Yeah. Calm down now. I've had a little bit of sugar today. I don't know if you can tell.
Awesome.
Oh, that's appropriate. It's National Chocolate Day.
Oh, it is? I'm going to get some chocolate.
Yeah.
I'll wait till afterwards.
Okay, let's see. Oh, well then I have a good story for Halloween, kind of like themed. That's actually kind of funny. I think it is.
Do it. Do it now.
Human leg stolen from a van in downtown LA.
All right.
I forgot to select my screen.
Holy shit.
Sorry, I forgot to.
The tunnel of forever. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Missing leg.
Yeah, so they're looking for the missing leg around 3 a.m. on Monday. Employees from a place for nonprofit tissue donation picked up the leg. So at some point they parked to eat, of course. As soon as they went to go eat in a restaurant, somebody fucking robs them.
Awesome. Okay.
Nice.
And the leg, which was wrapped in blue and clear plastic and stored inside a cooler, was gone. I guess somebody was really hungry, maybe. You know.
So this is a actual human leg, not like a fake leg. This is a real leg.
Yeah, I'm sure like they had no idea what they got. Yeah, authorities don't believe that whoever stole the cooler containing the leg realizes what it was. No doubt they like literally got the cooler, dumped it into like the nearest trash can, and just fucking bolted.
It might be the long lost magic leg. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
They did search for the leg, and unfortunately it was unsuccessful searching.
Wow.
So
someone's gonna have a killer fucking Halloween costume this year.
Oh yeah. Really? Dude, I got this like real human leg.
Realistic looking leg.
So they're never gonna leave that stuff unattended in a van again.
No. You probably shouldn't, anyways.
What gave you that idea?
That's hilarious.
That's not cool. Don't steal legs.
Human body parts.
People, don't do that.
I mean, it was probably just going to like a university or something to fucking be like cut up and like just teach a bunch of kids how legs work.
It's not like the missing a part of your liver when you're waking up in a bathtub full of ice situation. You're missing a fucking leg now.
Yeah, that's. Well, I assume the person is dead. Like, I hope that the person is. Like, you don't want to wake up to that. Like, the person who lost their leg.
Oh, you missed the first part where I was saying it's just like it's a non-profit tissue donation.
Oh,
place.
yeah, I did.
Or did I not make that clear enough? One or the other. But yeah,
apparently
no, it's
not to me.
It's a non-profit that handles like tissue donations. So like people just die. Like whoever dies or gets a leg thrown off, they donate it. Nice. And it probably goes to like schools and stuff where they cut it apart. Like, have you ever seen the like autopsies and stuff in universities?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they like have an actual cadaver like in class and just
you got to stick your head in the body basically, and then you pass.
Get all up in there.
Like, what was one of them I saw? Like, the dude just started tugging on tendons and shit.
Yeah.
He cut apart a hand and, like, basically peeled all the stuff back, and he was just, like, pulling on tendons, like, this makes the fingers move. And you're like, that's painfully obvious.
Phalanges. Yay.
Yummy.
What? That's kind of cool. It's Halloween. We're supposed to talk about gross things.
Yeah. This is gore related.
Oh, so...
The Walking Dead.
I heard a story on another podcast that I think I would relate to you guys. And I'm curious as to how you would respond to this.
Shout out to Glenn.
Sorry. No.
We're not going there.
No, he's not dead.
He's
not.
What are you guys talking about?
I fucking refuse. I
refuse. Move along.
Okay.
We know who's missing.
Okay, hold on.
That's all.
That broke the internet. I swear to God.
Yeah, you don't know about this, Stabby?
I don't really. I was zombied out when Walking Dead came out. I'd seen so fucking much zombie shit.
Yeah.
That's a bad time to jump out of there.
Saturation of the market.
But I understand that.
I get it.
I figure in a year or two I'll go back and that'll be like one of the things I watch because it'll be like, all right, now I'm ready to watch more zombie stuff. But at a certain point, you just like, I can't watch people make stupid decisions anymore.
Well, these people make some decisions.
Or like watch zombies do just incredibly unrealistic shit.
No, this one's pretty.
Just like, all right, well,
no, this is pretty consistent all the way.
Are they fast moving or slow moving?
Slow.
They're slower.
Slow moving, I'm a little more. I can handle a little bit better. I'm not a real fan of the fast moving zombie.
Yeah, like the 28 days later kind of zombies.
Well, I mean, they at least explain it with like the rabies virus kind of stuff.
The Brad
it's like
Pitt
crazy
zombies.
Rabies virus.
The Brad Pitt. Oh yeah, God, the World War Z?
Oh, the one where they just ignored how the book was written and decided to just make them all fast moving instead of slow moving.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. People were so mad about that.
Yeah, just when they make a movie adaptation, just give up all hope, people. Do not expect it's just not.
Sometimes it works.
It's just not going to happen. Hollywood always fucks that up. Like, it's never going to be like the book ever.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's that. There was there was a TV show based on a book. Like animals take over the world kind of thing, or animals just all go crazy and start attacking humans. I want to say it's called Zoo.
I can get behind this.
And it's just incredibly ridiculous and totally unrealistic. And like there was a scene where this dude's running from lions, right? And he's about 30 yards from the truck, and the lions are about 15 yards from him. And he gets to the truck before the lions get to him. And I'm just not buying that shit at all. And then the lions are like 5 yards from him like the whole time. And he turns around and stops to fire. Like he actually stands and fires and keeps missing them. And I'm like, 15 feet is a really short distance for an experienced hunter. Because he's an experienced, like, African tour guide who's been doing it for like years and years.
Yeah.
Like you would assume that this motherfucker would know how to fire a rifle, but clearly not. And it just gets more and more ridiculous from there. Like people just die in like the stupidest fucking ways. It's like some guy gets attacked by a dog that's like 20 pounds and dies from it, and I'm just like, nah, that would never happen.
You already kind of like deserved an ending like that if you're gonna get killed by a 20-pound dog.
Well, what was one of them was like the guy got killed by a pack of dogs, and I'm like, well, I can kind of buy that.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see myself getting fucked up by a pack of dogs.
When some of the dogs are really small, they no longer present a threat. They just present like a moving weapon.
Little yappy dogs.
Yeah, if it's going to jump at you, you now have like a 20-pound thing to swing at the 100-pound dog.
It's a punt dog.
Yeah, I mean, you could grab the yappy dog in its mouth and still be all right and swing it at the bigger dogs. I mean, they're just not that dangerous. It's a disturbing thought.
That was a rant.
Anyway, but it's a great show. The show is super fun. I highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. But I'm waiting to read the book because I know the book is going to be better. And so I'm just like, no, I want to see everything they're going to do on the show, and then I'll watch the book, or then I'll read the book.
Watch it
because I know it's going to be terrible.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Yeah, because it's an adaptation. Like I wish I'd never read the Lord of the Rings books before I saw the movie.
Because it ruined it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the movie just wasn't as much fun. I enjoyed the Lord of the Rings movies. There's a lot of stuff I kind of wish they'd added in, or wish they hadn't changed.
Yeah.
So
like I have a hard time watching the Frodo and Samwise interactions.
Yeah, me too. I kept waiting for the blowjob, and it just never happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, they switched the characters' personalities around, like really 180 those two characters' personalities. So I was just like, that's not as fun.
Plus, no blowjob.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. If they'd ended it with a blowjob, that would have been beautiful. Kevin Smith was right on that one. But anyway, I was just curious. Is like I heard this story from another podcast, and they were talking about a guy was somewhere and he was going to go use a public restroom, and there's this lady standing outside, and as he goes up to go, and she's like, "No, I'm sorry, sir, you're going to have to wait." And he's like, "Why?" And she's like, "Well, I'm from a camp. We have a camper in there, and we don't allow campers in unsupervised situations with single males."
Oh.
Well, now.
And I'm just curious, like, how would you guys handle that?
So there's like a little kid using the restroom.
And you're not allowed in there
And
because
they
they
don't
don't want
want you
you
in there.
alone with the kid.
Okay. And this is like
And it's a public restroom, mind you. It's not
Public
like this is a private business or anything like that. She's just some fucking lady.
Huh.
Huh.
That's, I don't know.
I gotta say, I'd just keep going.
I've never,
like,
I don't rape kids, so, like, I'm going to go in there and probably use the bathroom anyways.
I might tell her to go fuck herself before I walked in the bathroom, but I'm not sure if I'd be
just
too
be
stunned
like,
by the bizarreness of
okay.
the situation.
I need to piss. Like,
Yeah.
are you going to stop me or something? Like,
Oh, I'd just go in. She's not stopping me unless she's bigger than me.
Well, you're a big guy.
Oh, yeah.
How do we know she's not diddling the kid?
Yeah, no, I know. Well, apparently dick equals child molester these days anyway, so...
what if you were gay, though?
Oh, that'd be more offensive, though,
automatic child molester right there.
Like, you're just going to go in and see that little kid and just go sex nuts, just start raping him.
That's the
God.
gay.
If you weren't a pedophile until you were in the bathroom alone with a kid, that was the trigger.
That did it. That's so bad. Oh my.
Awesome.
It's so fucking offensive.
The title of our next album.
It's so fucking offensive.
Left alone with the kid.
Oh, I just think it's so bizarre, dude. I don't understand how people think that way.
Yeah,
It's like the don't talk to strangers nonsense.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Realistically, if your kid's in a bad situation, they should go talk to somebody.
I don't want kids getting raped, so don't get me wrong. But, like, I think there's going too far.
Well, I mean, if you're that worried about it, shouldn't you go in there with the kid or take the kid into the other restroom?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's pretty.
That's what happened to me. I went into the ladies' restroom as a child.
Yeah.
They were like, "This is a seedy place. You're coming in with me."
Yeah, if you're in a place where they feel like it's unsafe, I mean, who cares if they're right or wrong? That's gravy. It's just like if that's that big of a deal, take them into the women's room and let them use a stall and be done with it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Actually, I did that growing up.
Yeah.
It's just.
But the concept that you should have the control over whether or not other people are going to use a public restroom because you're fucking paranoid.
Yeah.
Like there's fucking pedophiles hiding under every rock.
I understand the concern for it.
Really? Because it's more likely that the kid's going to get struck by lightning.
But, Jesus. It's a little much.
It's rare, but it's still horrible if it does happen.
I don't understand the concern because it's also like you see like women are sleeping with high school students all the time. Are you going to not allow your female campers in the room alone with women?
It could play if they care to drive it that way. Then yeah, we actually would have the right to.
I think it's ridiculous
Some people
all the way around.
Some people don't, and it does seem a bit much.
Well, I mean, I'm not like this is. You're literally children have more of a chance of getting struck by lightning than like molested by a stranger.
Yes. But if it does happen, it's still horrible. So people want to avoid that as much as possible.
Yeah.
Then they need to avoid public restrooms. Like you can't dictate who's allowed in and out of public restrooms.
I'm not saying they can. I'm just saying the concern is there because it's a real danger. And most people are better safe than sorry when it comes to something that horrific.
And that's kind of where I'm driving.
That's the reason they're doing it. I don't necessarily agree with the lengths that they're taking it.
But personally, I probably wouldn't give as much of a shit. Like if I really worried about that, like I say, if I had a son or daughter, and they're young, and so I'm gonna do the same way I did it, and I bring them into the bathroom, have them take care of their business, and leave. If they're like 12, then I'll probably definitely be mindful, like 11, be mindful of it. I might not drag them into the bathroom with it. They'll probably
like
hate me.
In there
that.
too long with the stranger, then you might be like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah, if they're taking a while, then yeah.
I mean, you could always listen at the door.
Yeah. It's like,
But it's sort of like the don't talk to strangers thing.
I think they took it a little too far.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at the point where, like, if you're at a park or something and you see a kid scrape their knee, are you going anywhere near that kid as a male without any other kids near you or a girlfriend or anything?
I'm cool because I'm
walking on. That's cool.
I'm cool because I have a kid.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm automatically not a child diddler.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone should
Well,
do that. Because I take care of my kids, so they're like, oh, okay.
It's like you feel like you're in danger going over and talking to the kid because people are going to freak out because you're talking to a kid and you're an adult now. It's ridiculous.
If I don't have my son with me, I'm not getting anywhere near a kid that I don't know.
You just like walk on by, don't look, don't make eye contact. I'm more afraid of you than you are of it.
Maybe if I don't move or I move really fast,
you will get shot to death by the police.
Yeah, really.
Move along.
God damn.
Well, and then the irony is, it's like, instead of teaching kids to not talk to strangers, teach kids how to tell, like, whether or not they should talk to strangers, or like introduce them to people. Yeah,
stranger.
So definitely sharing a story from being a kid. I did not have a problem with that. I shared all my basic information with any stranger I could find. My mom hated it.
Great.
You're like, here's my social security number.
Yeah, I think I didn't know that one. That was probably a good thing.
Here's my address.
But man, I was like, this is my name, that's my number, this is my address, this is a zip code too. I don't know how the hell.
We're not home on Thursdays.
I was like, it's
just
like,
throwing that out there.
It's like, you can just go break in. I'll leave the back door unlocked. I don't know. It's like, I'm like, God damn, I was an awful kid. I probably made my mom panic constantly.
When I was like in my preteens, I would say you definitely like. We met this dude outside. We used to go hang out at the grade school that was in our neighborhood because it was the only place where no adults would be on like the weekends or after school because nobody wants to be at school ever.
Yeah.
And we met some dude who just showed up in like his pickup truck with like a camper on the back, and he literally just taught us to whittle. Just some random old fucking dude taught us how to
stabbed you to death with the knife. Instead, he taught you how to carve.
And we were all like, dude, right on, this is cool.
Yeah. And then he's like, I got puppies and candy.
No, nothing happened.
If you just go into my van.
He didn't touch anyone. He didn't touch anyone in any wrong way. He didn't try to get us to come back, and he never showed up again.
A rare non-child molester.
And then there was this other dude we used to hang out with that we called Big Gary. And he was just like an ex-Marine that lived on his own. And would just go out and like kick the soccer ball around to keep in shape, and every once in a while we'd be out there and we'd all just play soccer.
Nice.
And no diddling happened.
No, nothing occurred. Nothing wrong in any way, shape, or form. He's just a really weird dude who lived alone.
Yeah.
It actually, what was it? For some reason, weird people brought this up. I kicked this back into my mind. I was listening to the radio this morning, and I'll try to find an article about it. But apparently, hospitals in Nevada have been sending mental patients that have gone through, gone through treatment there.
Okay.
They have thrown them on a Greyhound bus and sent them to San Francisco, South Park style.
Yeah.
Oh, where they just get them out of town?
Yeah. They'll and they won't do anything special with it, no escort or any sort of thing. They'll drug them up, they'll fucking put them on a bus and give them maybe bare essentials, maybe.
That's how they solve their mental health problems.
With no
that's not surprising. Really, it's not. It's not surprising since Reagan's whole thing.
Isn't California better at that stuff, though?
It's not technically even illegal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it's pretty... It's not... I guess not illegal, it's just unethical.
Oh, it's gross as fuck. It's really not okay. But I'm pretty sure it's not technically illegal, because as long as they're not considered a danger to themselves or others, and while they're medicated, they probably aren't.
Yeah, probably.
They're free to do whatever they want. If they don't argue with the people that are sending them out on the bus and just go, unless they're conserved clients, and if there's some hinky shit going on with their papers for being conserved, that might be a case.
Yeah. I don't understand how this is working. So someone
goes... for those who don't work in mental health as I do,
can you just walk in and then just leave whenever? A
client. You have two clients, conserved and unconserved.
Okay.
Or two different types of clients.
Yeah.
Unconserved, they can just leave whenever they want.
Okay.
They can check themselves in and out. It's fine. Conserved essentially is like having a parent. The conservator acts as their legal guardian in matters related to mental health.
Like they're a ward of the state.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And so their conservator can dictate whether they are in a program or in a mental hospital, and they can have them forced to take meds.
Yeah. Kind of
So
like if no direct person is able to take care of a conserved person, the government or a hospital will take responsibility for that. And they can make the decision of you need to take your meds.
They're not shipping those people. They're shipping.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they're shipping conserved clients, and there's some real hinky stuff about how they got off of conservatorship, like no right-minded court would ever release them from being conserved.
Yeah.
Then there might be some illegality to it, but otherwise it's perfectly legal as far as I can tell.
I'm just going off of what the radio was telling me, and so I'm trying to find like physical stuff.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me.
But apparently San Francisco got money out of it.
Because, then there probably was some illegality going on. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's like there might have been some money going out there, so that's why I'm trying to like get some more detail on it while we're talking.
Well then let's go with a real quick lighthearted story.
Go for it.
I got something
I'm
here
sure
to share.
Oh, great!
Oh no, this is actually interesting.
Someone's heart was torn out.
Oh,
no,
God.
So the color orange was named after the fruit.
Okay.
So originally, the color orange was what is it? Gulrid or whatever. Let me highlight this here. This was what orange was originally called.
Ghoul red,
which literally translates to yellow red.
Okay.
And then the word orange itself was introduced to English through the Spanish word naranja, which came from the Sanskrit word naranja, which literally means orange tree.
I drink piña naranja all the time.
Naranja.
So yeah, the English people dropped the leading N, eventually we got the word orange. So I'd share that.
So
it's Halloween and
gets more efficient once again.
Yep. Well, it's Halloween and orange is like a Halloween kind of thing. Like the color orange, people are kind of into that. Orange and black.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Let's see. Oh, I've got a good one here. This is funny.
Orange is the new black, by the way. That's just a fact.
So Caitlyn Jenner is set to be honored as Glamour Magazine's Woman of the Year.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I think it should be noted that Caitlyn Jenner has not undergone any actual gender reassignment surgery, so the Woman of the Year has a cock.
Okay.
That's amazing. Oh God, I think that's such pandering.
So okay. So anyone can I be Woman of the Year? Is that a thing? Can I do that, or do I have to like present as a woman?
Oh man, I just think it's so funny.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Like he presents as a woman, so you have to treat him like that.
Honestly, I could care less. I could fucking care less. It's a magazine and a shitty magazine at that. But I just find that hilarious. That literally the Woman of the Year is now going to have like a large penis, presumably large. I don't know.
We don't know.
She was an Olympic athlete, so I mean, no, because testosterone really only shrinks the balls. Does estrogen, if you're taking it to make like the boobies, does that shrink the penis too?
I don't know.
I would imagine it'd start doing
helping things,
effects, but I'm not a health expert.
Yeah,
and I'm not willing to try. I really am not.
So, Woman of the Year with the penis.
Makes me wonder if estrogen shrinks the penis, does like testosterone enlarge the clitoris?
I don't know how I feel about that.
That was intentionally obtuse. Come on, that was really fucking.
I'm shocked and puzzled at this. Please
a little bit intrigued. Are you?
Deal with it.
Mike's next date should watch out for like testosterone pills in her drinks and stuff. Like, this is going to work for both of us. You'll get a larger clit. It'll work. We'll both win. Win-win.
Win-win. You've seen those freak clits, though, right?
Where they're like huge. Yeah. Well,
you're like browsing porn, and you're like, "What's that? Oh my God!"
Frankly, I find that you had to check with me whether or not you thought I'd seen that offensive, sir. I have the internet.
Giant clitoris.
Yeah, there's some of them with like little pinkies sticking out, like little like when they're having sex with you, do they have to hold it out like a pinky finger on the cup of tea?
Oh, okay. We took it that far, huh?
All right, so apparently it is a thing. Here, hold on.
Oh, you found the information. Woo.
Let's see.
I think that's interesting. They would just be like, "Fuck it, get out of here."
Nevada gets
That was
sued for
fun.
dumping. Do you see that?
I don't see it yet, but a lot of times I'm behind you guys when it
I don't
comes to
see
that.
shit. Oh wait, no, nothing.
I see your name,
I see Black Death.
vaguely penis and ball shaped.
Hey.
Goddamn.
Oh no, I'm getting screenshot now. All right, I got it.
Nevada.
There we go. Nevada gets sued for dumping homeless patients with
That's
mental
so
illnesses
fucking
on the bus.
disgusting.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because
So they got sued
psychiatric.
over it. That's good.
So yeah, they're suing them for $500,000 in public
Thousands
funds.
of poor and homeless. Oh, that happens a lot though. I think that happens for
So, Jesus.
every so often. Just a
Thousands.
new group of people tries to do that. Just ship people out of their fucking
This isn't
city.
like
Yeah.
10 or 20. Thousands.
Yeah, and
Holy
they've only
shit.
caught like a handful. Of, they like. I
This
guess
is
they-
exactly like the South Park episode. Holy shit.
yes.
Just
well, maybe,
move,
maybe that was what they.
just move the masses
inspired
out
by.
of your city into another city, and that's how you solve your problems. By just dumping them on someone else.
Oh, by thousands they mean as many as 1,500 patients over 5 years. See that, like in the middle there?
Let's. Oh,
I don't know if
man.
that necessarily counts as thousands because it's
That
only.
doesn't count as
1,000.
thousands. That's not over 2,000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Those liars.
but still,
That's still
1,500
a lot of
patients.
people.
that's. If you
Are they
send
only
them to
doing
all one city, like you're
medication,
sending them
Lord.
to fucking, you're sending them to San Francisco,
Christ.
we're gonna notice 1,500 people.
Spread them out a little bit, people.
Yeah.
It's over the space of 5 years.
Jesus Christ. Haven't
That's
you ever
still
played
a
a video
good
game?
amount.
Oh, in a city the size of San Francisco, let's see. Let me do the math real quick.
I know there's a shit ton of people in San Francisco, so it wouldn't really go that noticed. But these are.
I mean, you're
definitely
talking about 1,500 people over the course of 1,825 days. So
and they are all.
one a day. Yeah,
That's
that's
One a day.
that's pretty easy to miss in that size city. But yeah. No, the part that bothers me is the 3 days of medications. That's really gross.
Yeah,
So
that's not gonna do. That's worth the trip.
just for like
Yeah, that's to get
circumstances,
to the next city.
the bare minimum they can transfer a client into one of our programs with is 1 week's worth of meds.
Yes.
Bare minimum. And I think to release them, they actually have to give them 2 weeks' worth.
Some snacks and a one-way bus ticket. What do they tell these
that's
people?
really not okay.
Most of the time they're probably drugged out of their mind in the beginning, so they're all duped up, so they don't cause
They
any
don't
issue
realize
when
what's
they
going
start
on.
loading them on the bus.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's something we have to deal with psychiatric emergency services. What they'll do is they'll give them like 20 fucking milligrams of Haldol and just ship them out.
Yep.
And so they're basically just halfway cognizant. Like they can walk around, they can follow simple verbal instructions, but that's about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not
actually stable. They're just
It's
drugged.
not really a person. It's like it's something you can just drone around.
They're a
They can
zombie.
Give orders to. No,
Yeah, essentially.
we've both dealt with that with PES before. With
Oh,
Yeah, it's really inappropriate.
And it's
supposed to be
that's
stabilizing the clients before they release them. It's getting to be a real issue.
and the biggest issue with I guess even Nevada and California is that there's no money going to this stuff, and so it's what people feel like they have to do. Which
Yeah,
is
well,
disgusting.
Nevada is basically taking money from California by doing that. They're
Yeah.
saving their own costs and making us pay for it.
Incurring costs on the other.
pretty much.
Yeah, which
And-
is weird because they're already robbing people on the way out of Nevada. The other cops are literally pulling people over and taking their gambling earnings and
Of
saying,
their
"Well, you
dignity.
can't prove you got it legally."
Oh, they're counting it
It's
as
over
drug
a certain
money.
amount of money. Yeah, they're taking it away under those circumstances. They've been doing it for fucking years.
Yeah,
Which
they do. They've been doing that here for years too.
But in Nevada, where there's so much gambling, that's even more ridiculous because it's like, no, they came there to do that because you legalized it.
No, what you do is you try to get some to like wire it, like make it electronic, like at some point.
You
And then you're
deposit it
like,
at the bank before you leave the state
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're
which
like,
is what
give
you
us
should
all your
do.
money. It's like, what money? I got
to
nothing.
safeguard it from the people who
Well-
serve and protect you.
Empty pockets.
I think what they're trying to do is they're avoiding taxes by not putting it in the bank so they don't have to declare it.
Yeah.
And because the casino already takes out the taxes for Nevada, Nevada doesn't give a shit. They're likely not transmitting that information about who won what to the feds. That's probably your responsibility.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
they're probably putting it in as cash so that they can avoid having to pay like an extra round of taxes.
Dirty cops. Yay.
Clean it with obits.
There's a shock. Dirty cops? Nobody would have thought it.
Never.
It's alright, fellas. Still getting over a head cold.
No.
Not a head cold.
So this is what I thought was pretty funny.
Oh, shit.
This is some college students getting weird. So what is this? This was in fucking Wisconsin. It's Wesleyan University. They basically cut the funding of the school paper because the school paper criticized some stuff about like the new sort of like progressive stuff.
Wait.
What?
Shut down the paper because the paper criticized something?
Yep.
Wow.
The paper
that's-
was criticizing progressive attitudes, like the crazy feminism type stuff.
Like, you can be wrong and still, like, have your opinion. Like,
Yep.
Like, that's fine.
They voted unanimously to recommend a cut in funding for the school's primary newspaper after it published a column that was mildly critical of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh. What were they critical of it for?
I don't know. I didn't read that far into it. I just thought it was hilarious that they were like, "We don't like what you said. No more paper."
Well, yeah, what you do
You're
is
too mean.
you
Ballsy, but
you,
stupid.
you reply to that and you rebut it.
Well, they can just go down and get a Patreon for the paper. I'm sure a lot of people would donate money for that. I might actually give them a couple bucks.
Well, I mean, if you're that upset about what someone said in the paper, then rebut that shit and be done with it. You don't have to shut down dialogue completely just because someone said something you didn't like.
So
Jesus.
Black Lives Matter and left-wing activists with nothing better to do demanded the Argus be defunded and the paper staff be re-educated at once per semester social justice diversity training.
Wow.
They even demanded a permanent and prominent space in the paper to publish whatever they wanted.
Yep. So because they were wronged once, now they get carte blanche to do it.
Well, they weren't even wronged. Somebody disagrees with you is not somebody wronging you.
No, I'm just saying that even if they were wrong,
yeah,
publish whatever they wanted unfettered.
Well, this is a direct violation of the freedom of the press.
Crazy, aren't we, people?
I'm not sure how this would apply in constitutional law, or whether it would be the same as like a paper that's not like a public paper because it's a school paper.
All you'd have to do is publish the fucking rebuttals to it.
Yeah.
Like, here's the opposite viewpoint.
I guess.
Oh, the activists said at the time of issuing their demands that if they did not get their way, they would destroy all physical copies of the paper on the liberal campus.
Okay.
These are clearly
That's-
rational
that's-
level-headed responses.
We're gonna fucking destroy. Are they gonna have a book burning party next? I mean, where do you go from there? Do you teach everybody to goose step because that's how
It's
that's
a newspaper burning. Like, that's like halfway there.
It really is.
Because you're literally because the newspaper's not going to be largely distributed. You're literally going to destroy it that information off the face of the earth, like something the Nazis were trying to do.
I mean, legitimately, are you gonna have everybody walk around with like their fists in a Nazi salute? Like the difference, instead of having the open hand, they're just gonna have like a closed hand. You know, and they'll goose step the same way.
And thus begins the rise of Classhole.
That's what we have to worry about. He'll have his own tail.
He'll be like, the time is now. Good.
Yeah, he's like,
good.
finally, the time of prophecy is upon us.
I can see
I shall
Class
take
being
my-
like, no, this is it. This is it right now.
I shall take my rightful place on the throne of humanity.
Taking lordship over this domain. I am King Classhole.
Shut up,
God, he must be creaming himself. He's just building up like a thick, creamy like thing in his pants right now.
He is at college.
I'm just confused. Like he doesn't even know why it's happened because he hasn't read this article yet. He's just, why am I so turned on right now? Somewhere hate is occurring.
I can
Something
sense
I
it.
really don't want to think about too much with class.
Oh come on, that 12-year-old body.
Thought it was 6.
Hey, get it? That was a callback joke, huh? Yeah.
No. No.
No one's allowed in the bathroom with class.
Nope. We have to stand guard.
Class is only allowed the bathroom by himself. Oh, man.
Right. Tell us about the wacky Bronx Mansion.
Okay, so in 1928, there was a Chapel Hill Mansion was built in the Bronx.
Ooh, a classic year.
And then it was being remodeled. I guess the New York Theological Society was a weird Christian cult, and they were remodeling this mansion in preparation for the second coming of Christ.
That's a big deal.
And so basically they all lived in abject poverty while they were like putting marble floors in and making sure that the ceiling had like gold leaf. Like that's actual gold on the ceiling.
Dude, this is going to be
squares.
Jesus' fucking house. You got to put your all into it.
Yeah, and so they were doing all that stuff. And then I guess they ran out of money or something and had to sell it a while ago, and now it's being resold again.
Jesus' house got sold out from under him.
It progressively gets cheaper.
That sucks.
Now it's down to like 11 million. Like it was at 13 and a half, and before that, I think originally it was like 28 or 29 million dollar house.
We should get that.
But
that's a good deal.
The history of it is creepy enough that people are like, we'll take 11. Like, you got $1?
Yeah, that's
fun. Want to give me $1 so I don't have to put up this house anymore?
If Jesus comes back, what are the chances these people ain't coming back for the house?
Oh, I wonder if he'll even take the house.
Like Jesus comes back and they're like, all right, I don't care whatever deal we made. We're taking the house back.
What if he's like super rude and he's like, oh, I know you guys do all that work, but I'm just not going to live there.
Oh. Ouch.
They didn't think about that.
Ooh.
Yeah, what if he's too good for your house? You arrogant cocksuckers.
I do not approve.
I mean, he's
what
the king
if he's
of
like
kings.
insists on living in like some stable somewhere?
He could like have the White House or like some palace.
Oh, let's be honest. If Jesus came back, some psycho would shoot that motherfucker.
Jesus.
Somebody would be like, I'm going to be known forever.
Probably, yeah. I could see that. I'm surprised no one's shot Obama.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really surprised some crazy cracker just
I wonder if they made like if there's like
shit
more
one day
intense
from Alabama or whatever and just take him out.
I wonder if there's more intense security. Like if Obama had like even like they were like, no, look, somebody's going to shoot the dude. He's not white.
I imagine so. I would recommend that if I was in charge. I'd be like, this is a black president. I know it's racist, but we got to treat him different. He's way more likely to get shot.
And if you were him, wouldn't you be like, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. Better security?
Increase
fine with
shit.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because historically, black leaders haven't really had it all work out too well for them. It's gone poorly a lot of times.
Get shot.
Or you get crucified. I'm pretty sure Jesus was a black dude.
No, Jesus was white. How dare you?
Brains explode!
YouTube Red, hey.
I have no idea if this is true or not.
Oh, man.
But I want it to be so bad.
And they chose Godfather instead. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Apparently, YouTube is being pretty Gestapo about the whole Red deal.
Okay.
Whereas if you don't agree as a partner, like one of the people that gets money for YouTube, which is not us, so don't worry. All of our fan
base.
Yeah, our fan.
Our
Just one fan base. Or I mean, there's 33 of them, but a handful of them.
Yeah, like Nish Brown, that's it. And what's the other guy? Oh man, I'm gonna feel really bad because this dude tweets us all the time. Oh, I feel like
we have a person that tweets us all the time.
Yeah, we have a person that tweets us all the time.
Holy shit!
Was it Marcine?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it's Marcine.
I'm just terrible with names.
I'm awful with names, and I don't use Twitter very often. But apparently, yeah, you have to agree to work with whatever their deal is to make money off of the subscription.
Really?
They'll have their videos hidden from public view, so they'll basically set all your videos to private for you.
On
you
both
won't be able to make
ad-supported and ad-free tiers will be hidden.
Yeah.
Wow. Really?
This is what's supposed. I don't know if this is accurate or not.
Even the ad-free ones? That seems crazy.
Well, and it's interesting because they're going to get money from the YouTube Red $9.99. So you wonder if there was really any argument over it, or if people were like, "No, whatever."
I guess this is like a more stable paycheck type thing for them.
Well, realistically,
That sucks. I don't like this.
I wonder if realistically anybody gave a shit though, because how many people are really going to pay $10 for a free service?
Yeah.
I mean, are you lining up to pay $10 for something you already get for free?
No.
I mean, yeah. So I wonder, like, if YouTube Red is even going to be around for that long.
And they've offered, like, every once in a while when I turn on the app on my phone, it'll be like, do you want to watch this video offline and without ads and all this shit?
Yeah.
It's already offering the deal to me, and it's like,
yeah, I already have ad block, sucker.
I'm not going to pay that.
Like, nope, I'm good.
As he says from the fucking YouTube video.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay it.
Yeah.
If it, like, okay.
Like Facebook bucks.
If
like,
it was more reasonable, like, if it was more reasonable, I might pay to just remove ads completely from YouTube.
Well, if you couldn't just go download Super Adblock Plus.
But see, I like supporting some of the people that I watch on YouTube.
Yeah, but you can turn it off for specific channels. You don't have to have it for everything.
Which I do.
Yeah. So why would you bother with anything else? It's like, well, I can do this all for free, or I can pay $10.
It might support them more. I don't know about that. That's the thing.
Well, but if you pay $10, it's probably also going to support like people you don't like as equally.
That is true.
So you're not really voting with your views.
I don't really like
and don't like.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I think it's going to be like the Facebook money. People pay money to Facebook in order to get money in their little Facebook games or whatever. And yeah, there's people that do it, but it doesn't fucking matter because it's just not enough of a percentage that anybody,
They look for dude. They have whales. It's like 1% of people, but these are the people that spend a lot of money on these games, and that's every once in a while you'll see one that's like for $99.99 you can buy this much money, and it's a great deal, and it's like people are popping $100 with a button press for their digital currency.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Jesus, I can't imagine that.
Well, and it's to win like really shitty games.
Yeah.
Like match 3 games, like fucking Candy Crush. People have spent like thousands of dollars in Candy Crush.
Yeah.
And like my mom plays it, but she's never spent a dime. She's always like, "Oh, well, I guess I'll just wait."
It's an okay game. A really simple mechanic that was stolen from another company, and then they later bought the rights to it after they made their millions. And after I learned about their business practices, I do not deal with
you can copyright like matching stuff.
You remember Bejeweled?
That seems like something that you really shouldn't be able to copyright.
They basically stole the idea for Bejeweled, then later went back and bought the rights to that concept after they had made their millions from stealing it.
I think that concept is too overarching, though.
But it's still a shitty business practice.
Yeah, no, it's
owning the rights to it gives you the rights to it, then it's like you made all those millions of dollars off of something that you didn't have the rights to yet. Yeah,
that just seems to me like if somebody made a third-person shooter type game where you commit crimes and then like Rockstar was like, sorry, you're copying our game.
Yeah.
It's like, no, not really. It's a concept. You really can't.
I don't like their company, and I don't play any of their games anymore.
Yeah, I get it. It feels to me like that's too broad of a concept to really be reasonably copywritten. Because I mean, like,
well, I agree, but if it's legally copywritten,
but shouldn't you like fight that if it's something that's wrong?
They're basically subverting the process.
Yeah, but is it immoral to do something illegal if it's morally wrong in the first place?
Say that again.
Okay.
Is it morally wrong to what? Who?
Morally wrong to do something illegal if following the law is morally wrong in the first place?
I did.
Because that's essentially what it is.
From within the rules. It's like I don't even necessarily agree with the rules.
That's what I'm saying. It's necessarily morally wrong that they broke the rules because the rules were morally wrong.
Everyone is signed on to play by.
You're just fucking with that, dude.
That just got into like a fucking, what do you call it? Where the van, it's going really slow off the bridge and it keeps getting slower,
No, it's the thing where it's always in their favor. They play by the rules when they win by the rules, and they don't play by them.
Yeah. When
it's not in their favor, and they just happen to make millions of dollars off of it that way.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a fan of those games anyway, but yeah, I see your point, but I think there's also a fair point to be said that, like, you know, maybe they should have done what they did too.
But okay, then why go back and buy the rights and pretend like you owned it the whole time?
Because it's not worth dealing with the legal issues of fighting it in court. You know, why do people pay off like those cunts that do patent trolling?
Yeah, so they're fucking hypocrites. That's what I don't like about them.
Yeah.
They play by the certain rules they like when it suits them.
No, I see your point. I get what you're saying. Yeah. I kind of wish maybe they'd fought
they're douchebags.
The rights in the first place and said, no, that's too overarching a concept to own. Like, it's great that you found a way to use that to make lots of money, but that's too broad.
There's a million Flappy Bird clones now.
Yeah.
Stupid Flappy Bird. Piece of shit.
I mean, that's it's sort of like the concept, you get a lot of cultural appropriation idiots. You know, where they're like...
Yay.
But it's not quite as silly as that, though, is it? Yeah, never mind.
Here,
that's really good.
I'm gonna take it in a different direction. Would you like to own a house for the cheap price of
$1 million? Oh.
$29,900?
Yes.
Yeah, if I had $29,900.
Sign us up.
All right.
I assume there's an article coming with this?
There is an article coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
So it's coming.
We're waiting.
Oh, just you wait. It's gonna be majestic.
Oh, I see another icon pop up.
Oh, there we go.
Cheap historic mansion in Manchester for sale. But it has to
be moved or destroyed.
So the actual cost is $629,000.
Yeah.
But still.
Because you're moving it.
Because the max cost is you're moving it.
Oh, it's only a 9,505 square foot house. That's really not that big as mansions go.
It's like,
it's huge for a regular house, but
you're paying a lot for that shipping.
Yeah,
that's a shit ton of shipping cost.
Yeah, you're paying a lot of shipping basically.
So, I saw this yesterday, and it looks really pretty and haunted. It looks like it's fucking haunted. I'm sorry. Rummage through the pictures if you want. I mean, that right there. There's like stained glass and all that.
It's a mansion.
It's a mansion. It looks pretty.
So,
but like you stay the night. It seems like
mansions are haunted. It's a fact.
Yeah. Like in like the movie where it's like you can have the house, but you have to stay in it for one night. That seems like one of these types of houses where you're gonna be like, oh, it's just one night, it's okay, and you try to go to bed, and then like the picture's like watching you, and then its head spins around.
All the 12 in reality, stay in the scary house for a night.
If they wanted you to stay in the house for one night, and like you could have it if you did, it's probably some shitty reality show at this point.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have somebody in a rubber mask come out and try to chase you around. So all you really need is a good right cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna get murdered on a show like that.
I know it's all like usually bullshitted. You know, like when it comes down to a lot of probably that reality show stuff, it's like we need you to react all what people would do.
The majority of people, it's produced and scripted. Most of those are scripted and produced. Those are actors.
Yeah.
The very, very few reality shows are actually reality shows. The vast majority are scripted and.
It'd be too dangerous to not be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there'd be a lot of punching.
I'd definitely have punched some people if I'd have been on a reality show and not been aware of it. I'd have fucked somebody up before it's like, no, it was just a joke. And it's like, oh, so was my punching.
Punch.
That I was watching a show on extreme houses, just like showing off like weird shit that people have built to live in.
From the 90s.
And like one story... one guy was telling a story, and I'm like, wow, that would have gone so differently had it been my story. And he was like, well, we contacted the architect, and it was really difficult to work with him. It took 1.5 years to get the plans finalized because he kept wanting to make his own designs. And we tried to put our own stuff in there, and he just didn't want to do it. And I'm like, that story would have been like, so the first architect I worked with for 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really pissed me off. What a cocksucker. Then I got this guy.
And then I sort of found this second architect, and he did what I wanted him to do, and it's much nicer.
Yeah.
That's how you answer that question. It's like, what do I do when an architect's being a dick? Fire his ass and hire a new one.
If a salesman a dick, like in a store, and you're buying something for $5, probably not a life-changing decision. You're building a fucking house. I want it exactly the way I fucking want it. It's a house.
I walked out of the store. I've walked out of stores because the
little
thing were different from the ones on their shelves. Literally, I walked up with like $5 worth of shit, and they were like, "No, this is going to be $7." And I'm like, "Well, your shelf says something different." They're like, "Oh, let me check." I'm like, "Never mind. I'll just find somewhere else to go," and left. I can't even imagine arguing with an architect unless it's over whether or not it's feasible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's like your design
sound.
Yeah, your design doesn't make sense because it's gonna fall over, and there's no way in hell unless you want to spend a shit ton of money. That'd be like, maybe I shouldn't do this.
I don't like the way that looks. I think this would look much better because it's much more my style. It's like, you're not gonna fucking live in the house, so shut your mouth.
Yeah,
it's my goddamn money.
I'm paying you to build this.
Yeah, I mean, you want some dialogue, like, well, if that room seems small, but it's really a lot bigger when you're standing in the room, like that kind of stuff you want to hear, like,
sure,
some caution. Like, why don't we go stand in a room and measure it out so you can really see what that feels like,
But the ultimate decision.
Yeah, but I want 30-foot ceilings. That's really fucking high. That's 3 stories.
Maybe that's what they really... Maybe they've dreamed their whole life about the 30-foot ceiling, Stabby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, I can understand people being like, well, let me just give you a fair warning. But if you're literally arguing over that stuff constantly, it'd be like, find another architect.
Yeah. It's like, get a new dude.
They work for you, not the other way around.
So is this like one of those, like, $1 million treehouse type of deals, or what was this that you were watching?
No, this is just like weird houses. So some of them are like super expensive mansions. Some of them are just quirky little houses that look weird.
I love quirky houses.
And it was called Extreme Houses. It was
Extreme.
And so like they
you gotta drink Mountain Dew.
Checked out the guy who made the first tiny house. They checked out his place.
Oh shit.
But they also checked out like some crazy mansions in Vegas. Like some were just opulent, but like one was made out of glass reinforced concrete.
Okay.
Which is they crush the glass and it makes the concrete stronger, so you use its lower weight.
Okay.
And it's actually more workable, and they could make it look like made it look like marble, like genuinely it looked like marble.
Okay.
But it was concrete and stuff like that.
With that.
And he basically this one guy made his whole